I think that we are pretty close to live. We're going to have lots of, well, all I can say is welcome to Game Topper Nation. We're so excited to have you a part of our Kickstarter 3.5. I'm here with my son, Josiah, who's managing the feed right now.
Yep.
Technical guru, which everybody needs one. That's all I can say. We're super excited about this campaign and why we're doing it. And we actually have some big announcements. So we're really excited about some of those things too. We want to tell you why we're doing this. We also want to give you a little bit of background of what's happening and also some of the exciting things that are going to benefit our existing backers and new backers that are coming into Game Topper Nation. So with that, I'd like to introduce Josiah.
Hey.
One thing, this is live. Now, Kickstarter used to have a feature where you could do live videos. They don't have that, so we're actually using our SteamYard software program that allows you to chat. You can do this live on YouTube or on our Facebook page. You can join that link. If for some reason you're watching this delayed, you can, or if you're watching this, you don't need to know this, I guess, but this will be recorded later, so you can go back and review it if you'd like. Josiah is going to help me field questions. So we're going to give you announcements, but we also want to thoughtfully answer any questions you have, any concerns. I'm going to allow Josiah to field those questions, and then we'll do our best to communicate those answers. So it might be a little choppy in between announcements and that type of stuff. But anyway, with that, I think we might as well just get started. We already have a question, it looks like, from Garrett.
Yeah, so Garrett asks, do the 36 by 72 inch, so the home size mats, do they cut off any of the art? And is the art stretched at all when put in this dimension?
Well, that's a really great question. One thing about our mats, as many of you know, we've sold a lot of mats in the 5 years that we've been doing this. We think it's, it's a good number. Long and short of that, we went to a lot of extra detail on the art of all of our designs, so that the question is there, so that this does not happen. We have formatted, we don't just take one image and then stretch it. Each one of these images were created for that size. And even the square products like the Lestrade, which is 36 by 36, and the Moriarty 48 by 48 versus the rectangle designs, those were reformatted and the art actually adjusted so that it did, fit appropriately.
Yep. So we got a question from Willie. Says, so the new mat designs will be coming out for the Kickstarter 4.0 next year? ?
That's great. Great question on Game Toppers 3.0, which we want to talk a little bit about here before we get into a ton of questions. But to answer your question on this, we offered 6 new styles of mat on our last campaign. And those are our newest styles. And all of those are now available on this Kickstarter. They're amazing mats. We're going to talk about some of these mats. The new mat from Vincent Dutrait, that is the Great Wall. We also have the Pirate mat from Jaroslav Radecki. Amazing, this pirate mat.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
When Josiah first saw it, he just goes, I want to put this up on the wall. We also have other brand new mats, like the Roman theme mat that you see Foundations of Rome sitting on the back here. What a game from Arcane Wonders. That's the Sundrop Emperor version. Yeah, baby. And we have this right now, in front of us is a Mycroft with the Roman mat. And I wish we could show it to you here, but you'll see pictures on the website and on the campaign. Just crazy cool. Anyway, all of these mats are available, but we have a lot of new ideas coming next year. And so with that, let's explain why we're doing Kickstarter 3.5, Josiah.
Yeah, so with Kickstarter 3.5, it gave us the opportunity to introduce mainly the ability for our leg kits, which were new in the 3.0 campaign, to be compatible with both the Moriarty and the Mycroft toppers. It was a hotly requested item that we weren't able to do for the Kickstarter 3.0. We just weren't quite sure that it was going to work. We wanted to make sure we had a solid product that was going to work well for all of our backers and that we knew we were confident in. And we just weren't quite there yet. We were still needing to do some development at the time of the 3.0 Kickstarter. So we have figured that out, and we're very happy with the solution we were able to find. And now we're able to offer that to everyone. So that is one of the biggest new items, which is part of the reason why this is a 3.5 Kickstarter. It's kind of, it's a shorter campaign, and it's pretty soon after our other one. That also allows us some interesting opportunities where, especially for our overseas shipments, we're able to offer very rapid fulfillment for the UK, the EU, and some other select countries in Europe, where we're going to be able to combine these Kickstarter shipments with our last Kickstarter shipments coming up with only in a couple months here, July, August, exactly, depending on when we get some of our final product in. So it's super rapid turnaround, especially for international backers. So it's a great time. And for also our 3.0 backers from those countries can also add on to their order to help save on shipping and things like that. So.
Yeah, I'd like to add a little bit to that, because it's normally we had actually planned another Kickstarter this February, but because of international and shipping delays, supply chain problems, all of you know what's been going on the last couple of years. Most of you realize that inflation has become a problem. There's been shortages of all kinds of stuff. Well, we were not exempt from any of that. In fact, the last couple of years have been difficult in regard to some of those things. Shipping containers, for instance, most of our product is made in the United States. The game toppers themselves, made right here. Our collapsible cup holders, our dice towers, all of our mold injected products made right in Wisconsin. So we have a good supply chain, but every one of our manufacturers was affected with raw materials. We have our game mats and our storage bags, and the leg kits are now actually made overseas. And normally a container would cost us about $5,000 to have it shipped here. A 40-foot container, that's a lot of product. Now those prices are between $23,000 and $28,000. Well, last year we had 5 containers of product. In addition to that, almost everything of our product line went up at least 20%. There was some stuff that doubled. Walnut prices have went through the roof. All kinds of different things. And we did not go back to our backers and say, hey, we got more for shipping. We're going to charge you more for these things. That was on us. We forecasted, and we forecasted wrong.
If only we could have predicted.
If only we could have predicted what was going to happen the last 2 years. But we're a hardworking family company that's lean and mean. Our company's out of debt. All of that kind of thing. We're a debt-free type of company. So we've been able to weather the storm, so to speak, where a lot of smaller publishers and manufacturers have really struggled. Well, Game Toppers 3.0 was very successful. I know we've had some people concerned about our current levels and stretch goals and things like that. And I want to come back to that later, but to assure you that, hey, it's all good. We're going to get there. The reason Kickstarter 3.5 was so important was we have a lot of product available right now at my manufacturer to make more toppers. We also have a certain amount of product that's in stock. And like Josiah said, the leg kits, the last campaign, we just didn't have the Mycroft ready. I was the one prototype we had, we were not confident with. It also would have been very expensive to manufacture and difficult to ship because of the size. Well, this whole delay, some things work out for good. So the silver lining in some of the delays and some of the issues was we were able to make an adjustable center support. And what that did is it allowed us to accommodate all of the toppers that needed the supports, the Watson, the Holmes, the Mycroft, and then any of those 3 that you bought the extension leaf so you could have an XL topper. All of a sudden, we had one part that would allow you to do all of that stuff. That was fantastic. Not only that, it is stronger. It's more sturdy. It doesn't twist. It doesn't flex like the longer versions before. So after we got the prototypes in, after we tested it, it was like, this is a huge win. And we thought, we need to be able to help our European and overseas backers in Australia, United Kingdom. We love you guys. New Zealand, that you could get these where you wouldn't be able to get them before, and we wouldn't be able to ship them separately. It would cost way too much. The reason our shipping is so affordable overseas, and when I use the word affordable, it's still expensive. Okay, it still costs money. I get it. I'm so sorry that VAT and shipping is what it is. I wish I could fix that. I have no power to fix that. But by us combining our topper shipments in a container and all their mat shipments, it's a fraction. Like a topper right now, what would it cost to send one topper to Germany, for instance?
Depending exactly on where it's going, anywhere from $500 to $800 US.
Yeah, easily. And to Australia, like $1,200 just for one parcel. Well, we've been able to do that for just a couple $100, $250, $300, depending on where you live all over the world, which is amazing. Those costs are much higher now than they were when we did our Kickstarter 3.0. So we actually have eaten a lot of those charges, probably close to 10 grand just on one particular shipment. All that said, we kept the prices the same for this mini Kickstarter campaign. Why did we do that? Sounds dumb, right? No, we just felt our overseas backers have been waiting for the dining covers. That's been the big delay. They're coming. They're in production right now. We're very happy with that situation finally, but that's been a real struggle getting them, and we can't ship to Europe until those come in. So we thought, why not let everybody get in on some extra goodies if they wanted to? These leg kits, for instance, if they wanted to add some items, because all of your product overseas is in our shop right now, ready to get shipped. That product will all be ready to go when this campaign ends up, and any add-ons and stuff, we'll be able to ship that, package all that within a week. And then that is going to go right off the bat. And then our United States and Canadian backers, they're going to get their stuff really early. I'm talking a lot because that was a lot of information about why we're doing Kickstarter 3.5. But one of the other things that is really important, we also want to reward our current backers. As you know, everything's going through the roof. Lots of prices on everything. Just go try to buy a car now, or an air conditioner, or a Pit Boss smoker. Ask me how I know that the prices have gone up on those. The reason this benefits a current Kickstarter backer of ours, or a shop backer of ours, is we're offering a bunch of specials and a lot of accessories and different things, and we have kept the prices lower, and in fact, in some cases, even better than what we're going. After this campaign's over, all of our prices have to go up. And it's just the way it is. Everything is costing me a lot more than it used to make, and I have to make adjustments. But we wanted to give this one last big push. Hey, if you want to get some of this stuff now and add to your existing orders, mat bundles, accessory packages, this is an opportunity for you to get in on it.
Yep.
Sorry for the long explanation there, but I really wanted to try to explain why we were doing this and why we felt this was a huge win. And so, you know, over 90% of all of our last year's campaign has been shipped out to Canada and the United States, and people are just thrilled with the game toppers. We had such a successful campaign, did almost $1 million in product, and gosh, we cannot be more grateful for all of your support, and just thank you so very much for what you've allowed us to do to upgrade everybody's gaming experience. So we've got a bunch of questions. Let's get at it.
Yeah, including
and some comments
and a bot.
And a bot. Oh wow,
bot is gone. Aegis says Pirate Mat is the best one yet. And then
It was our #1 seller on the last campaign, followed very closely by the Viking. And we always go through this little ranking of mats, but there's a bunch of them that are all really close and super popular. And honestly, they're all fantastic. They're like my children. So,
and Rook said shortly after that, the Viking mat is their favorite. So, Pokeboy asks, any chance of the wooden accessory cup holders making a comeback for 4.0? Those with the premium walnut topper would probably be interested as it matches the toppers more.
Yeah, the answer is no. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be flippant. The reason why these are so much better than the wood ones is they just don't break. Also, they're much more fully functional because this collapsible design, not only does it allow you to expand and contract it like this for easy shipment, it's super durable. The insert here is made of a hardened, really hard quality type of product called Sarlic that it actually is used in gaskets. It's super durable. It's food grade. It's dishwasher safe. And it allows you, with our bottom coasters, you can put just a can in there, or you can put the bottom coaster and it accommodates large water bottles and mugs. If you guys haven't seen the intro video on this campaign, oh man, I encourage you to go watch it. This a voiceover was done by Eric Summerer from the Dice Tower, and he reprises his role as Watson. And we did a lot of extra fun stuff with the videoing of that campaign, and we put a lot of effort into that. I hope you like it, but we show the functionality of these. And while walnut would be cool, it would be incredibly expensive, and I don't know if the demand would be there because of that. And you cannot manufacture anything in small quantities. You have to do 500 of something to make it work. And a lot of people don't understand that there's a lot of individual requests for, hey, could you do this in a special size, or can you do this in whatever? Man, we want to hear it and we want to listen. But sometimes manufacturing, it just doesn't make it possible. It's not feasible, and we'll bend over backwards to do anything we can do, and we are all ears for ideas. So please give us your feedback, but there's sometimes our restrictions. So long answer.
Derek asks, are the leg kits and extensions that are shipping now the same as this new one you just discussed, or is it different?
This is such a great question, and I think when we use the word new leg kit, it's new to the Mycroft, but Josiah, why don't you explain that?
Yeah, so Burky mentioned it a little bit already.
He calls me Burky.
Yeah, recognizability. Dad. So the center support being adjustable was part of the design that we were able to figure out with the delays that we ended up having for the 3.0 campaign. So in fact, we shipped out about 150 leg kits yesterday for the 3.0 campaign. Those are the same designed parts as the ones on this campaign. So there's nothing different. If you ordered a leg kit in a 3.0 campaign, this isn't something different that you missed out on or something like that, unless you were a Mycroft backer, and now you can get it.
Exactly. And, it's a little hard sometimes with the nomenclature there to explain and clarify things well. But yeah, everybody's getting the same high quality product. You don't have to upgrade or anything of that nature. All of the leg kits went out to Canada, by the way, also, and we're sending out the rest of them hopefully by the end of the week. But we've been swamped with the campaign and everything here too. So that's all coming in. There's a really, I hope a very helpful video that I put up on our website, GameToppersLLC.com, for the assembly of the leg kits.
Yep. And each of the leg kits includes a slip sheet that actually has a QR code that takes you right to that webpage as well. So Damien asks, what is the table height with the leg kits?
Wow, great question. The legs are actually 28 inches. They have levelers on the bottom that can go up to about 1 inch. We recommend that you only go to about 3/4 of an inch, but the bottom of the rail sits at 28.5 inches. The top of the rail is at 30.5 inches. Generally, our topper rail sits on a table. Most tables are 29 to 30 inches tall. So that would put the topper height actually at 32 to 33 inches. Actually, that was an intentional design because aerodynamically you're sitting more upright and it's very comfortable and less back strain. However, a lot of people had concerns about the height also. So we ended up going with the 28.5-inch solution for the under, so your chairs slide under easily, and the top rail being at 30.5 for comfort.
And I suppose it's probably worth mentioning, because we did mention we have a topper in front of us that has the leg kit on it. We're sitting on very high top bar stools now.
We're on countertop stools, so we're a little above
that's
the
why
topper.
we're so above the topper, but this is a normal table height, and we're just sitting up higher. So Andy asks, is there an add-on available for the Mycroft leg kit to accommodate the 8-foot Mycroft?
Great question. That's called the Mycroft XL. And yep, all you have to do is add the XL leg kit. And the Mastermind leg kit is the leg kit that has 2 center supports. It has 6 legs and all of the appropriate cross support, the 2 cross supports and the lateral supports. The XL gives you that extra cross support, extra 2 legs, extra 2 brackets, and a 24-inch cross support. So that you can span that full 8-foot distance. And that's the same gig with the Holmes or the Watson XLs. If you need a Watson kit, then you just add the XL if you have the XL leaf.
Yep. Derek asks, any update on the timeline for the dining covers?
Yes, absolutely. We've been putting a lot of updates in the Kickstarter 3.0 campaign. I know a lot of people don't get these, and it drives me nuts because we are really thorough and we send a lot of information, but a lot of times it just goes to spam. So the Kickstarter email that you used, make sure that it's an accepted email in your spam folder if possible. But you can always go back and look at all those things, but they are in production right now. So we expect them to be done within the next 15, 20 days. Then they'll be fully packaged and sent on a container. Containers have been a problem with delays. We had product that was ready for 6 weeks waiting for a boat when we had bookings, and then it kept getting bumped and oversold and all kinds of nonsense. I could tell you a bunch of horror stories. But overall, it hasn't been that bad with what we've done. It's just taken a little longer than normal. Normally, it's 25 days. I figured for 60 days shipping. That means we should get them in July. Now, I can't guarantee any of it. We'll do the best we can. You can't yell at anybody about this stuff. Everybody's swamped and everybody's busy, and it just is what it is. But we're on top of it, and we'll definitely keep everybody updated on that. But as soon as they come in, man, those things are getting packaged, and the European orders are going out, and the overseas orders to Australia, the United Kingdom, New Zealand, they're going. And then right away, we're going to be moving out the USA and Canada shipments.
Shane asked, did we talk about the new stretch goals yet?
Oh, we got a lot of fun coming up for stretch goals. Let's catch up on some questions, and then we'll go to them.
Johnny says, do you still have the Royals outfit?
Oh,
but seriously, I'm very intrigued by the leaf for my current game topper.
Yes, it's good to be the king. Yeah, yes. For those of you who don't know, we had a YouTube channel called Board Game Theater, where our family dressed up as the royal family from the board game Royals from Arcane Wonders. And the king outfit is still available, as I did a lot of shows demoing that game with Arcane Wonders. We love that stuff.
Jamie asks, what is the min table dimensions for Holmes? My table is 2 inches shorter.
It's a great question. Go ahead.
Yeah, so generally with the way the toppers are set up, they can overhang about 7 to 9 inches on each side of the outside dimensions of the toppers. So we have a chart on the Kickstarter page that actually shows, the inside and the outside dimensions of the topper. So for example, for the Holmes, the play surface is 3x6 or 36 inches by 72 inches. Mm-hmm. You add 7 inches to those dimensions to get the outside when you include the rails. So that puts us at 43 by 79. So the minimum table dimension would be, generally 7 inches on each side. So if you minus 14 from those, you're starting to get to a lot of math at this point. But at only 2 inches less than, even if you're 2 inches less shorter than the inside dimension, like if your table is 70 inches long, that still puts you with only about a 4-inch overhang on each end, which is more than enough. So the closer you are to the table size, the actual outside dimension, the more stable it's going to be.
I always tell people, if you're looking for an exact, like if you're making cutting out a piece of plywood or something like that, putting it on sawhorses, a lot of people do stuff like that, or even on a folding table, 1 inch less than the outside dimension is good. So that 43 by 79, 42 by 78 is like perfect. So every rail is perfectly supported. But the thing that's so important on our how-to video on the campaign, it shows you how these work. Our cross supports are underneath. This allows it to overhang. It doesn't cantilever over and sit down on top. It actually sits over the top of your table. And that overhang of 7 to 9 inches, not a problem. The 30 by 72 inch plastic folding tables, we have 30 some publishers that use these in all the show kits at all the conventions, and tons of publishers likewise. And the Holmes works perfect on that solution. So you don't need to worry, but likewise, the better your under table, the more solid. Our leg kits now add to that functionality. They're even more stable than a standard plastic folding table, and they're portable.
Level Up with the Lees says, tempted to get an XL extension. Don't need one. You guys just always want me to buy more.
Yes, we do. Well, that's one thing that I would like to bring about stretch goals. This was an interesting campaign because we have a lot of existing backers coming in at the a la carte level, and they may be adding things after the fact. And our dining cover pledge was interesting. We have limited amounts left over after we fulfill everything from the last campaign. So we had to make a special pledge level. And the reason that was important was so we could limit the amount so we didn't get oversold, because we know they're highly popular. They're almost well over half sold already. I'm sure they're going to all sell out pretty quickly. So if you want a dining cover this go around, you need to get in it. We'll get more later in the year, but if you need them now, because it's going to be probably towards December-ish when the next ones come in. But a lot of those backers, they're also getting, Scotland Yard packages with the whole game topper bundles, which they have to add that dollar amount after the fact. Sometimes they add it in the campaign. Well, that makes the numbers look a little wonky. Last time we did 811,000 on Kickstarter. I don't have any illusions that this shorter campaign is going to achieve that, but we put the stretch goals in there to give us something to kind of push for, and things that we thought was reasonable for allowing us to do some things. And that said, have no fear. These leg kits, they're at 125. They're going to get unlocked. It's just a matter of time. This is just the very beginning of the second day, and we have a lot of marketing going out and a lot of people and a lot of eyes on the campaign. So we feel that these stretch goals will be attainable, but we all still need to go for it.
Yep. Stefan asks, I pledged for the Reichenbach Falls. I'm looking for a table to put underneath. With it being 55 inches wide, I'm having trouble finding one that is 36 to 37 inches. Most are 20 or 24. Any suggestions?
Yes. One thing that we've done, if you're not going to get the leg kit solution from us, is at shows, we've actually used two 36 by 36 Costco folding tables, the solid ones that are not the adjustable legs. It seems like the adjustable legs ones are kind of wobbly. But the more solid ones that are 36 by 36, and you can see them on Amazon either too. They're not that expensive, 50, 60 bucks. You can put two of those underneath your Mycroft, and that works really well. Or you can put two of the 30 by 72s. That gives you a little bit of the under table showing on the sides, but the cup holders, these come out almost 3 3/4 inches, so they'll still work even with that solution.
But if you're saying you are seeing 20 and 24-inch wide tables, just two 24-inch wide by 6 foot would be perfect.
Yeah, actually, yeah, great.
Pokeboy says, we need an in-depth look at the dining covers when they arrive. I understand there's a small size difference with the prototype. The prototype also shows 4 panels for the Watson, but it's 5 panels. Interested in how it feels. Is it rough, smooth, matte, etc.?
Oh, great question. Go ahead.
Yes. So some of the images we have there were from our prototype. That was from the 3.0 campaign, where we ended up through this long process of trying to find a manufacturer and figure out the best option. It was better for us to change the size of the panels, shrinking them down a little bit and adding in an extra panel for each of the sizes, which allowed us to be more modular.
Exactly.
So previously, the way it was with the Holmes and Watson, our original design, it couldn't accommodate the XL leaf because we didn't have a center section that was modular. However, at this point now, each center section is 12 inches. If you want to add an XL leaf to your topper and then also have a dining cover for it, all you need is 2 more of those 12-inch sections. So it allows just a lot more flexibility in the sizes. It allows the Holmes dining cover. If you take some center sections out, you can put it on the Adler, a 3x5 topper, or a Lestrade.
Yeah.
So just that flexibility was one of those changes we made. I do believe we have some images of a newer prototype out there as well on, I think, some of the 3.0 updates, and maybe you can say.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of, and we just didn't have time to change that graphic, but you're right. That should be something we should have probably fixed. But we have 2 different prototypes actually with all the new sizes, and they work very good. And finally, we were able to arrive on that. The big issue with dining covers, for those of you that don't know, this is a high quality, high resin MDF. It's not like MDF that you go get at Home Depot or Lowe's. This is specially designed for countertops. They use this in hospital and commercial applications. And then the process to powder coat it is very specialized. There's very few manufacturers even doing it, but it's really cool. Our mat racks, like the Lord Burkton that you see back here, and the JJ Burkton that's going to be on this campaign, it's fantastic. It has kind of a matte finish. It's not overly rough. It has just a slight texture, but it's not overly rough. On the bottom of these dining covers, we actually have a foam rubber type of material that's adhesed to it, so it doesn't scratch or scuff any fine furniture. But the problem with both of the companies we prototyped in the United States, they couldn't get any raw material. After we placed the orders after last campaign, nobody could get it. Some of these companies paid their employees for 6 months not to work, just so they didn't lose their workforce, and still didn't have product. Find out a lot of the product comes from Canada. They had a lot of significant supply chain issues as well. One of the major companies that distributes it went out of business. I had a brilliant idea here last year to try to see if we could source it from Canada, because it would be easier to facilitate exchange rate. Maybe we could keep the costs in line. Our prices almost doubled. What do you do with that? We offered those very affordably, and we actually had to increase the price a little bit on these because it's just the way it is. But all of our attempts to produce it in Canada also failed. So we had to go through a company in Asia. However, this is a really big company that has 5 major factories and specialize in this thing. So they're like experts at it. It just took us a long time to get all the details, all the specifics. And you guys know me, I'm detailed. I want to make sure this is good and it meets our standards. And we finally got there, and it's in production. So that's that.
And one good way to think about the finish is we tried very hard to make sure it was as similar to the topper as possible.
Yes.
So when you have the aluminum powder coated rail for your topper, it's going to be very similar to that. Slightly different just because of different material, but it's very close.
The video that we did do for that is very accurate, with the exception of the size of the, there's more center sections. But as far as the look and finish, it's very accurate to that video close-ups.
Bradley asks, will you be using the Kickstarter add-on feature during the campaign, or will add-ons be in the Pledge Manager only?
Go ahead.
So at this point, we don't have plans to use the Kickstarter add-on feature. So one thing you can do if you are wanting to pledge more towards the campaign, you can always pledge over the dollar amount of whatever pledge level you chose. So for example, the a la carte pledge level is $25 base. However, you can add more funds to that if you would like to help us meet those stretch goals. And any extra funds that you pledge, and especially in the case of the a la carte pledge, it's all the funds that are in there, you will get a credit for in the pledge manager that you're able to then purchase the add-on items that are all available in the pledge manager. So,
and a lot of the reason we're doing that too is because we have so much stuff, man. The bundles and all the stretch goals we're going to get at in a few minutes here. I mean, it's really difficult to manage in just the basic software. We are using BackerKit, and man, we max this baby out. But Josiah is an expert at BackerKit, and we make that pledge manager experience very, very easy and understandable with a series of questions and pull down menus. And then, of course, we're always here to help you out with those kind of things.
Joshua says, hello, the game haul bag is listed for the same price in the add-on section as it is under the stretch goal section. Could you elaborate on that stretch goal?
Yeah, we could have probably had a little lock button on the graphic, and that probably got missed in the add-on graphic. What the stretch goal is to offer it for $39 instead of $59. These things are awesome. This is not your normal game bag. This bag has some amazing features. It has two side elastic panels right here where you can put water bottles or small footprint games. It also unlocks here. I just have some filler in here. You can see the one sitting behind us, behind Josiah actually. It has a bunch of games in it. You see that? That fit the Ticket to Ride size type of boxes. There's 4 games that it fits easily in there. This is a heavy-duty padded material. It also comes with straps for a carry-on bag. And so this bag is an expensive bag. It's becoming more expensive because of shipping and everything. But we have a certain amount of them, and we're offering them at a lower price. You might see some additional stretch goals regarding the packages, where we're going to continue to enhance the value of the packages. So if you see a package now and you go, well, yeah, that's pretty good. Well, it's going to get way better. So that's that.
Undead Viking Videos, hey Lance, asks, any truth you may come on the Alaboom this evening to talk about your Kickstarter?
I would love to, brother. I love Lance Meister, the Undead Viking. He's a good, dear friend of mine. He's come to our home a couple times and actually filmed with us on Board Game Theater with the Spoils of War video and the Blood Rage videos. You can see that on our YouTube channels if you're interested. But as I've gotten older and as hard as we work, sometimes that late night show just has not been good for me to stay alert. But I would love to come on the show, Lance. Thank you. You're always so gracious and inviting. So I love those guys. So I'll do my best.
The Chubby Meeple asks, are there any plans to eventually make dining covers for the smaller toppers like the Adler?
Go ahead.
So at the moment, we don't have a separate item for that size. However, you can use specifically for the Adler, the Holmes dining cover. All you do is take out one of those sections, those center sections, and it will fit or it's 2 of the center sections, I guess, for the Adler to
Correct.
fit that size topper perfectly. So it has that modularity there. And maybe in the future, we might end up offering it for that size specifically, but
yeah, right now, the way our product is being kitted at the factory too, it makes it a little difficult for us to separate it out in small quantity. For the smaller toppers, that's usually not the biggest demand item for us. So it's a little bit more difficult, but we do have solutions. So
Joshua asks, I didn't see the mat rack available as an add-on outside of the stretch goal that comes with 4 mats. Would the mat rack be available as an add-on by itself with no mats?
We believe so. We didn't do that on purpose because we have limited supply. We have a mat rack, the J.J. Burkton mat rack with the 4 holes and the 4 mats and 4 storage bags as a stretch goal that we're going to unlock, I believe. that's a crazy bundle deal. It's amazing, but we only have about 70 of these left in stock. We'll get more down the road, but it's going to be a while. So if you're interested in the mat racks with the bundle, that's what we're going to do first. If we only sell about 30 or 40 of those, it looks like, or something like that, we may make that offer available. We only have about 20 of the Lord Burkton racks in stock, and so those are on our Shopify store that you can take advantage of now. But that's kind of why that is that way.
Thomas asks, will the dining covers work/fit with the version 1 toppers?
Thomas is such a good friend and backer. He got a custom made topper that Dogmite Games made us some custom rails that we did something special because he was a backer of theirs and a really good friend. Anyway, long and short of all that, yes, all of the components are backward compatible with the game covers, the cup holders, the accessories. All of that works with all of our rails. The outside profiles of our rails have never changed. The only thing that has changed is our Generation 1 rails did not have the new screw channel that was engineered in 2018 to allow us to do the mechanical fastening of our leg kits.
Level Up with the Lees asks, any idea how much the weight of the dining covers will be?
Yeah, they're really heavy. Just carry them around in the bag, you're like, good boy. They're close to the same weight as the actual topper, surprisingly, because we think those packages are going to be around 65 to 75 pounds, depending on the unit that you get. So yeah, they're stout. It's not a lightweight MDF like you see. Even regular MDF at Home Depot, a 4x8 sheet is heavy. This is essentially a 4x8 sheet, but it's more dense, and it's this special high resin, low moisture content type of product.
Yep. Joshua asks, do you have a storage bag solution for the table accessories when not in use? I was planning on using the game hall bag.
Yes, that's exactly it. We do have a few of these left on our Shopify store. This here was our game tote. We're going to get more of these. We don't have that many of them left, so we didn't offer them on the campaign, but there is some. These here are fantastic. They're a reasonably priced solution. They're $20, but they're insulated, so you can actually have your hot games in here or your cold games or whatever. And you can actually use these, but the game hall bags work really great for that. And also our main storage bags for your topper, if you're transporting it, because our cup holders are now collapsible, these all kind of nest with one another a little bit, and they fit in the Velcro pouch that's on the inside of each flap. So you can put your mat in there, and you can put your cup holders and all of that type of stuff also.
The Successful Geek asks, with how amazing the 3.0 upgrades are between the leg kit and dining cover, how will you two do that with the 4.0 next year?
I got to tell you, if the world wouldn't have turned the way it did the last couple of years, we would be offering a lot of these things even now. We have a ton of stuff on the drawing board. We're not going anywhere. I'm telling you that. We're in this for the long haul, and we're working hard all the time to do right by our existing customers and take care of business, but also thinking about the future, because we want to continue to widen the brand. We want to continue to create more offerings that just continue. That's why we did Kickstarter. I mean, that's why Game Toppers happen. I wanted to geek out my games. You know, so by tricking out all these different components, that's where the whole dream of Game Toppers came. Like, I have a beautiful dedicated table that I designed and my dad built for me. And I thought, how do I make a portable version that I can go take to my daughter's house and play games every week? You know, after they got married, we'd have game night. And that's how Game Toppers, it was just an idea. It's 5, almost 6 years later, and we've got thousands and thousands of Game Toppers and tens of thousands of game mats all over. And the new stuff, man, I wish I could tell you some stuff. We're gonna have a whole bunch of new mats. We've got new accessories. We've got new inlays. We also have 2 major new type of products that when you hear about that, you guys are just gonna, and you're gonna be able to add it to your system. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm always doing everything I can to do it backward compatible. Generation 1 in 2016, when we made the molds, I spent $30,000 of my old money before we even went to Kickstarter just to see if it would work, so I could do what I was promising. That first rail was not compatible with our new leg kit. We spent a bunch of money on prototypes. Everything we tried for over a year, working with engineers and everything, it just wasn't stable and it wasn't cost effective. And that's why we had to redesign the rail. We didn't want to, that was expensive. But by doing it, it allowed us so many more future possibilities. The leg kits in 2018 on Game Toppers 2.0, all of a sudden that became a reality. We've got other things that are going to add to the topper because of that innovation. And we're going to continue to try to get better and offer all those things. So.
Syrian says, woohoo, I made it to the live chat. Super late back to Reichenbach Falls last time. So this is exciting to be part of the Kickstarter.
Thanks so much. Appreciate the continued support.
Jamie asks, will items in the Pledge Manager be the same price as in the Kickstarter?
That's a great question. The answer is yes. And this late Pledge Manager is not going to run a long time because last year we had so many delays with our Wave 1 stuff. We delivered all that stuff a month before it was promised. We did amazing on the Wave 1 stuff. Wave 2 stuff is where we started having difficulties with supply chain issues like the rest of the world. We delivered about 50% of those products on time for Wave 2, but then another 20 or 30% happened over the next couple months, and it was the leg kits, some of the accessories, and the dining covers that we're waiting on that have all been now successfully delivered with the exception of overseas. So that being said, what was the question?
The items in the Pledge Manager be the same price as the Kickstarter.
After that went on for about 6 months, because of the price increases we started receiving, which were, if I told you the stories, you'd have a hard time even believing what we had to absorb, and we really had to look at our business model and make some price adjustments. We hadn't had any price increases for 4 years on a lot of our products. So we tried to make it affordable. I really am cognitive of it. I really want these to be accessible for everybody. And yet we need to be in business and we're living lean, but we need to keep doing this and to be here to support you long term. So that again has been such a great encouragement, all of the backers that have understood and been here to support us and continue to pledge and continue to help. So appreciated.
Ellis says the topper needs a light kit.
Yeah. And talking about Kickstarter 4.0, it's on the radar.
Superboard Sunday says, if I back the dining cover, will I need to add on to the pledge to get the dining cover bag?
Great question. We're going to talk about stretch goals in a few minutes. And the answer is yes, you're going to be able to get it. And you might be super excited to see how you're going to be able to get it.
The Chubby Meeple asked, did I hear correctly that the leg kits are compatible with all toppers from the 2.0 Kickstarter forward?
That's correct.
Yep.
The way you know is underneath your topper, if there's a screw channel on the underside of the rail, you'll know if that's all flat, that's a Generation 1 rail. But everything from Kickstarter 2.0 in 2018 that were delivered at the end of 18 and 2019, those are all compatible.
Yep. It looks like we are caught up for the moment.
Awesome. Let's jump in to these, and we'll jump back to questions, so feel free, and then we can always scroll back. But let's jump into the Kickstarter campaign. Again, check out the main video. It shows you the functionality of our toppers. Of course, we're focusing a lot on the Mycroft and miniature gaming and the leg kit for the Mycroft because that's all brand new to this campaign. Other things that are brand new to this campaign are some of the stretch goals and the special pricing and packaging that we've never done like this before. We wanted to give one last hurrah to get everybody that could get in for the United Kingdom, the 18 countries in the EU, Australia, New Zealand. Now is your time. The next shipment that we're going to do bulk will be at least a year from now. And with European stuff shipping in the fulfillment, it could be a year and a half from now. So if this is on your radar, jump in now, because it's the most affordable way to do it. And we're going to jump right into the stretch goals then.
Yeah, we got one other quick question.
Oh,
Joshua
sure.
just asking, can you show the acrylic scoreboard cup holder covers and describe their use?
Yes, we're going to talk about those in the stretch goal in just a few moments, actually.
There you go.
Do.
All right.
All right. The first thing that we're going to talk about, we set this at a low goal, obviously, because we knew we were going to unlock it. But we wanted to let everybody know that, hey, this is an early fulfillment Kickstarter, but you need to get in now. You're going to only have 16 days now till May 27th for the Kickstarter. The late pledge manager is going to launch on June 2nd, right before the UK Games Expo. And I'm going with another staff member to the UK Games Fair. So if you're going, I really would love to meet you. You can check out our booth at Game Toppers Alley. It's I-890, I think, is our booth at the UK Games Fair. And we're even looking for some additional volunteers. If you're listening from the United Kingdom here, reach out to me at Burky@GameToppersLLC.com. But we wanted to let everybody know this is early fulfillment. Because we're fulfilling the overseas backers first, don't worry about that if you're from the USA or from Canada. It's not going to delay your stuff hardly at all. The other packages will be ready to go, and we're just going to be adding whatever is new. We'll do that within a week, and then everything else is going to go out. And honestly, you know how it is with Kickstarter. It's unheard of that anybody delivers within 2 months of the camp backer kit, pledge manager ending. We're going to probably close that thing down somewhere around the first part of July. And that's going to be your last opportunity to get in on these prices, get in on this early fulfillment. After that, you're going to be needing to order from our store, and we have to make some price increases, and that's just the way it is. So second, now I've already taken a couple where's 50? Did I take that off of there?
Yeah, looks like it.
Looks like I accidentally took off the 50,000. The 50,000 is the, wow. What was that 50?
I'm not sure.
Well, the 50,000, I'll put it back up on there. That was,
it disappeared.
That was a mistake. The rail bundle at $75,000 is unlocked. And one of the things with the rails is all of the rails are the same that come with your topper that allow you to accept the cup holders and the dice towers and all of those things. However, the bundle allows you to get that extra rail that converts half of your topper into a mini topper. And you get a mat bag and a mat for that smaller. So half of the homes is the Lestrade. You get the 36 by 36 mat with the rail, comes with little thumb screws, really simple to convert. And you get the mat storage bag. If you look next down at the $85,000 stretch goal, not only the bundle, if you look at the bundle prices, they're about the same as if you just bought a rail and bought a mat by themselves with our Kickstarter pricing, not if you were buying our normal prices. So it's still a really good deal buying just the individual stuff. But now with this stretch goal unlocked, and it'll unlock here probably today easily, you're going to get the double rail mat bag. This is a padded bag with a divider. This is a really nice bag. This is a $39 bag. You also are going to get our premium Game Topper mat storage bag with the clear windows so you can see it has hangers on both ends, heavy duty straps and all that. That's another $59 value. Then we move up and our mat storage bags, there you go. You see those, there's 4 of them. Normally these are $20 a piece. We have them on sale for $14.95. Small packages still cost a lot to ship. It still costs $10 to ship these things plus packaging and all that kind of stuff.
Turns out there's things called
more.
minimum fees.
Josiah is a wizard at all of our logistics, and we have top rates on. Last year we spent over $250,000 just shipping with UPS, and that doesn't even count all the other things that we ship. These game storage bags, we have quite a few of them in our shop right now, and we thought we got a lot of our backers that have a lot of mats, and they continually want these bags. Well, you can get 4 of them now for $25. It would be 80, $25. We've never offered them that cheap before. I feel like this is an infomercial.
Yeah.
And if you order now, you'll get a set of German steel steak knives and a bottle of OxyClean. Oh,
You're not getting steak knives.
no. 100,000. There's a 90,000 there. Oh, 90,000 is the bag.
Yeah.
100,000. The XL extension leaf. This allows you to add 24 inches to the Holmes, the Mycroft, or the Watson toppers. So all of a sudden you have a Watson XL is 84 inches. You have a Holmes XL, gives you 96 inches, same Mycroft. But these larger mats, there's very hard to find these. You won't find anybody in the United States making them. They're very hard to get high quality printed mats in any size also. These are by far our most expensive mats, but we have a bundle there where you get the mat and the leaf. And if you go down to the next stretch goal at just $105,000 is the game hall storage bag. But at $110,000, that there you are going to get the padded storage leaf bag. This again is heavy duty padding, heavy duty zipper. The material is very stout. The handle goes all the carrying strap goes all the way around and is very durable. That's a $79 value you're going to get free with these bundles. It's a big deal. I mean, we're sacrificing a lot of our pricing to accommodate this and give you guys extra value. And I honestly, I think like the first day, I should have probably put more of all these things that we had planned in as micro stretch goals. But you never know how the first day is actually really going to go. It becomes a little challenging. And I know the numbers that I need to hit to make this work. But there's some things that we had planned and different things like that. But a lot of folks weren't aware of everything. So we had questions like, well, can I get the bag? Where do I get the bag? And that might have been a mistake on my part not to include that sooner. But nonetheless, they're there. And we really are going to. What we're showing you right now is just the tip of the iceberg. We got a bunch of other stuff scheduled too. Acrylic covers, 150. These things are awesome. So the standard packages, you're going to see a package where you get our cup holders. Our cup holders, we're going to talk about this in a little later stretch goal, but these have a center piece right here. And when it's collapsed, you use it as your cup holder, or you can put your rubber coaster in there for cups and bottles, and you can put chips in here. You can roll dice in here. I mean, it's cool. But you can cover this. Well, we have some cardboard printed covers that are going to be a part of some packages, but they're cardboard. They'll work fine. They look good, but they're a little more consumable. Then we decided, what do we do that's really durable? And these are these clear acrylic covers. And these will actually, this is for the double cup holder tray. We have single ones also, but these fit right on top of your tray. Not only that, you see there in the stretch goal, these here include a couple dry erase markers that we've had made that you can keep score or you can keep notes on. I don't know if you can really see that. Probably the camera work isn't good here.
You need the dark background.
The
like
dark
the
background.
holder,
Can you see that now?
It doesn't show up on the video.
Yeah. Anyway, it's really cool, but it's dry erase. It doesn't ghost on the type of acrylic that we're using. And we've tested these markers. So that's a really cool thing. Well, these are normally $39 on our Shopify store, but you get a full set of these with any package, okay? You're going to get 2 of the big doubles 4 of the singles and 2 of the dry erase markers, and you're going to get them for $20. Is that $20 with your package? So half off. Again, we are doing a whole bunch of things that are going to add on. When that comes in the pledge manager, you're going to have a question. Do you want to add the acrylic covers for $20? And you'll say, yep. And there you go. We will have them as an add-on for $29 just by themselves.
There it is. Big
there
one.
it is. The Mastermind Minecraft leg kit. I was surprised. I had some people concerned about this being a stretch goal because we've been advertising the leg kit for the Minecraft, and afterwards I thought, yeah, I could see how that. This has always been a planned item. I mean, it's going to unlock. I had no concerns that we would hit 125,000, but I kind of wanted to make a big deal of it with an infographic to explain it and show the parts a little better. And that's why we did that as a stretch goal. I have no concerns that we are going to unlock that. It is definitely something we're going to offer on this campaign and that we have in stock to be able to do this early fulfillment. But I got to tell you, when we got our packages in, it was such a long process to do all of this. The amount of gyrations that we go through to make sure that it gets done, it meets our standards. And I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I really care deeply about this product, that it does what I say it'll do. And while this isn't like a $500 heavy oak base, that could be made, of course. It is a really good solution. It's sturdy. There's a leg kit assembly video that we did that shows you exactly how it's put together. These legs, they can just screw off, so they're easy to take off and store your topper. The center supports, they go in fairly easy. Watch the video. They're fiddly to be taking out all the time and putting back. So I don't, I want to be honest about that and let you know that it's a little fiddly. So if you're thinking this is just you play a game, bring it to game night, and then take it down in 10 minutes. Well, the leg kits you can take down in 10 minutes, but taking the center supports and packing them and then resetting up your table at home, it just takes a little bit more time. But they're decently stable. I mean, it can carry a Burky. I jumped right up on that, baby. I'm not a little guy. And it's very, very durable. There's just nominal little bit of wiggle, just like with our big trestle table has a little bit of movement on it as well. This is much better solution than a lot of folding tables. So we're really pleased and really happy to be able to offer the functionality of portability and stability at a reasonable price. So that's the stretch goal there. You might say legs. Do you have a bag for the legs? Yes, at $130,000. Not only are you going to get the legs, you're going to get another premium storage bag. It's padded. It has one padded divider that's in the middle of that so that the supports are underneath, and then the legs are separately, and there's a box for the corner brackets, which you do not have to take off of your topper once they're installed, but this keeps them divided so that you don't scratch your parts and you can easily store them or take them to game night. Oh, I gotta tell you, I love these. This at what's the price there? $135. We've got our dice tower trays. Well, we always offer these things. These here are normally $24. We have them for I think $14.95 on the Kickstarter page, but these are great. These hook right into the rail, which you can't see there. They also use the same little plastic legs that the dice accessory trays and dice towers use that can hook on your rail if you want it to be on top of your rail, for instance. They accommodate regular standard poker chips, but a lot of people use these for just components. It's awesome for resources. And it can set down below your rail so that it's almost a hidden resource also. Well, we have a lot of backers, and we have so much stuff that it can add up pretty quick. we wanted to offer a really great price. Take a look at the price that is on these here. Normally this here would be about $80, but you're going to get a set of 4 of them. The legs are separate, and the reason why we kept those little legs separate is because they come with the dice accessory trays, and they're swappable out. You can order more of the legs if you want, but for $39. So for half the price, that's really just $10 a piece. You're going to be able to take advantage of the dice trays. Really cool feature. And the next one at $140,000, you said the dining covers. What are we going to put our dining covers on? There's all kinds of different options that I see other manufacturers use for dining covers. We felt that being our product is a portable solution. We wanted a portable solution for those that could easily go in the closet, go under your bed. This is a heavy reinforced bag that has 5 dividers. They're very expensive to make. Beautiful though, so pleased with them. And this bag accommodates both the Watson and the Holmes. That bag is normally $99, $79 on sale. And we are going to include this free with any dining cover pledge. We'll have a few of these left over later, but right now, if you've are backing that dining cover pledge, you're going to get this free at $140,000. I'm confident this will unlock as well. Oh yeah, the big kahuna at $150,000. Josiah, do you want to talk about this one?
Yeah, so this here is an accessory package that we're going to be including with all of the topper packages. So this has a ton of free items. The value on here is crazy. It's almost $120 worth of accessories. So it is the 2 of the dice component trays.
That's these right here.
Change over.
Maybe the graphic looks better here, but you can see I have one here with the legs installed. Has all these components. All right.
So there's 2 of the dice accessory trays, 2 sets of legs for them. Also 2 of the castle privacy screens, which actually fit right on top. Yeah, there's one back there, but fits right on top of the component tray to make it a little hidden storage. As well as 4 of the bottom rubberized cup holder coasters. A full set of the printed covers so that you have a cover set that comes with your topper, and our game topper mouse pad. So it's just a ton of items, accessory items that are very useful and that will upgrade your package experience. So
we offered these as stretch goal add-ons in the last campaign. There was a couple things that were included. These are awesome things. In my opinion, it's like must-have type of products. This here shows you the privacy screen, which is really cool. So if you're playing games like Sheriff of Nottingham or Isle of Skye, where you have hidden components, well, you can have these privacy screens that just quickly hook right into your rail. I mean, they're really simple the way they attach. It's simple, but it provides that extra functionality. We are also, in the future, we've got another plan. You can get the actual dice towers, and these just hook right on there. And you can use those with the player screen and the dice corral. We're going to have a special buy one, get one free offer on that later. These rubber cup holders, coasters, these are awesome. They go on the bottom of your cup holders for extra functionality with cups and mugs, but you can just put these on the table too. They're great. People at first it was like, what are you doing with a mouse pad? Well, this is a pretty good size honking mouse pad, but this is heavy duty material. People love these. People go, I love that mouse pad. It's the best mouse pad I've ever had. Anyway, it's just a lot of cool stuff that you're going to be able to take advantage of with that package at $150,000. Every package is going to get all that stuff. And guess what? It doesn't cost you any extra shipping. It's all in the package. So all those things normally, if they were shipped separately, would incur shipping charges. So not only are you getting these included, You also aren't paying any extra shipping. Brilliant. Coming soon. Let's before we go into the coming soon, do we have any other comments that we want to catch up on?
There's a couple.
Because we're going to close this up pretty quickly here within the next 15, 20 minutes.
Let's see.
There's one back there.
Race of Robots said, dining cover, built-in storage solution under the topper, question mark.
Yeah, we've seen other companies that have solutions like that. I think that's great. Of course, we're not doing that. We're using a storage bag because we wanted to have the portable feature, that type of thing. You never know in the future if we'll make different storage solutions for that, but most of the time you're wanting that out of the way and, you know, that kind of thing.
Ryan Brunn says, Kevin, hello from Utah.
Hey, my good friend Ryan, how you doing? I thought there was one back from Chubby Meeple that we missed.
We had answered that one.
Okay.
Nathan Strong says, Reichenbach Falls 2.0 late backer here. Interested in the leg kit and dining cover. I'm currently backing a la carte for leg kits with the Mastermind and XL add-on.
Correct.
So the Mastermind is for the Mycroft, and you need the XL add-on if you're wanting to go up to 8 foot.
Correct.
Ask any news on the dining cover.
Yeah, you're asking for the Mycroft dining cover. We've decided to just put that on hold. We do have plans for it because of allocation and because of cost. Right now, it's really expensive and it's hard to get. We do have plans on it. We're going to have a prototype of it made, and we'll find out what the actual cost. Part of the problem is this is super heavy, and it's 54 inches wide. So you have to use 5 foot material, which is more expensive, and then there's also more waste in cutting out those blanks and those panels before they get routed. So it's expensive. Not only that, it's really expensive to ship because it goes into this oversized category. So we're working on getting that produced affordably. We do have it in the plan, so stay tuned on that, but it's definitely something we are going to offer in the future.
Race of Robots asks, acrylic dining cover, question mark?
Yeah, acrylic is very flexible and it scratches easily. We did have some acrylic covers that fit inside. They were fairly expensive. They were really difficult to ship. We could only ship them inside the topper, generally speaking. We did send a few of them out, but really tricky to make that product. And that price of that product has over doubled. It's just a bad time to even think about doing acrylic and plexiglass.
Travis says, I opened up my leg kit last night, forgetting it came with the bag. Then suddenly I realized I need a bag to store all my Game Toppers bags.
So Game Topper storage bag for storage bag.
Storage bag. Jody says, the rubber coasters are great.
Hey, Jody, our good friend from Canada. Jody helped us at PAX Unplugged, and he's a backer, and I think he's got the Holmes Oak topper. What a great friend. We got to meet him and his wife there, and has been such a strong backer. Thanks so much. Good to hear from you.
Joshua says, thanks for answering all our questions. Super excited to be part of this campaign. Thank you for your time and attention to detail.
Absolutely. We love doing this, and I love interacting with the backers. I think you'll see that we are very attentive. We answer every comment best we can. If we somehow mistake, sometimes these questions, they get way down in the thread. If you're not getting your answer, please feel free to refresh it or contact us directly through the Kickstarter Messenger. I handle all those directly. Raymond Habakken from Board Game Heaven has been helping us. He lives in the Netherlands. He's a backer. What a great guy, really well-versed on our product. He also stays really attuned to what we're saying, and he helps during the nighttime while we're sleeping. But we're really committed to, we're here to help you. We will take care of you. The sale doesn't end after you pledge. You're not going to get just automated answers. You're going to get Josiah and myself actually responding to your questions and thoughtfully taking care of anything that needs to be taken care of. So just ask our backers. That's the best thing I can tell you about that. Ask them how we treat them.
David asks, any thought on a corner shelf?
Yep. He's the Kickstarter 4.0. It's not going to be that far off, but next year we got a lot of cool stuff.
That's all the questions at the moment.
All right, so let's talk about soon after these stretch goals unlock. I'm hopeful that within the next 3 or 4 days we will be up into that 150,000 threshold. Help us do that. Contact your friends. Share. If you're an existing backer, man, share your pictures of your game toppers on all the groups that on social media that you can, and say, hey, Burky's got a Kickstarter, and if you liked our topper or whatever, any of that stuff is very, very helpful, especially at the beginning of a campaign. And this is really a short campaign. It's only 17 days, so it's very short. The last 3 days tend to have a really big bump as well. We've got a lot of media things happening out there also, so you're going to see Burky quite. One thing too, before we get into coming soon, our Game Toppers live Q&As that we're doing right now, we did this last time and people loved it. We enjoyed doing it. It takes a lot of our time and we're swamped, but it's like, this is important to me to really connect with you and hopefully answer any questions and make it more helpful. But we've got a bunch of guests coming on Kickstarter Live this Friday at noon Central Daylight Time. We have Joel Eddy from Drive-Thru Games, Drive-Thru Reviews. He set up our Mycroft with all of his Warhammer armies. It's awesome. He had 40K on our lava mat. He had Age of Sigmar all set up on the green war train. He had Frostgrave set up on a white mat. I mean, awesome. Well, he's a big miniature painter guy, and he's really into all that stuff. And he loves our product. He's going to join us for that Q&A on Friday. Next Monday, we have Dan King, the Game Boy Geek. He product for several years and have a really good friendship with Dan. And next Wednesday, for those of you that don't know, we have the Burky and Badger Board Game Babble Show. This is a podcast that Barry Doublet from France and I have had for almost 6 years. We're almost on episode 100. Barry was a Dice Tower contributor, does music for a lot of different games, Seventh Continent, and all kinds of different ones, Batman. That being said, we're having Raymond Harbakken on the show with us, and we're going to do a live Burky and Badger and incorporate the question and answers right on the show and do our game show and the whole kit and caboodle right on the Kickstarter Live next Wednesday. And then we've got a bunch of other guests scheduled through the very end of the campaign. So stay tuned to those. We'll always put these at the top of the campaign page. And you can watch them later on YouTube. All right. So coming soon. This is something we've never done before this way. You'll see all the mats that we have. These mats, if you haven't looked at our mats, they honestly are some of the finest mats. They're actually like 3.6 millimeter premium stitched edge. The printing on these is amazing. We have over 20 different styles, and we have them in 11 different sizes, actually 15, but basically 11 main sizes. We got a potload of mats. You should see our warehouse and our inventory system. People love them. Just ask people about the different mats. Well, with our packages, it includes one mat and a mat storage bag of your choice. So before we used to have a lower priced entry-level mat. Now we've just said, listen, we just want to sell our premium, and we're done with anything less than that. And now, when we unlock this one, you're going to be able to get additional free mat and mat storage bag included in your package, and the shipping with that is free as well. This is up to $150 value on a Mycroft, for instance. It's a crazy deal. We sat and argued, well, we should charge them something. We should at least get our cost out of it and, charge them $50. And I said, let's just do something crazy. This is a short campaign. Let's just bless all the new backers that are coming in, any new European, overseas, UK, Australian backers, and even all of the new backers from the US and Canada to be able to take advantage of this. So you're going to be able to get a second mat free in this campaign.
And that, we should clarify, so packages is specifically referring to the Elementary, Scotland Yard, Baker Street, and Reichenbach Falls package deals. And those are their own pledge levels. So it's not just packages as far as like anything shipping goes. It's the topper packages.
Great clarification. That it's those 4 pledge levels of packages where that past accessory bundle we just talked about, this then would also be included. And another thing we're going to be due, and we need to hit some numbers to make this happen because we are honestly sacrificing a lot of margin, but we want to offer it one more time. This will probably be the last time we offer this type of deal. The savings on this is crazy. The mat rack's $189. Okay, you're going to get the JJ Burton 4-hole mat rack included. And that's 4.5-inch holes, so it handles even the largest of our XL mats. We have that question a fair amount. And make sure too, guys, always check out the FAQ because there's tons of stuff in there. And if there's something we're not addressing, we usually then will throw it up in the FAQ. But look at this. You're going to get 4 premium mats of your choice and 4 storage bags. The Adler, normally you'd spend around $414. The retail is higher than that. You get them for $349. So that's like a $70 savings. The Watson is $399. That's $118 from the sale price savings. Holmes, $429. 4 mats with the rack. I mean, you're basically getting the whole rack for free. Same thing with the Mycroft, $499. Now, I know it's a big chunk of money, but a lot of our backers have 10, 12, 15 of our mats. This is a great way for you to jump in on this thing, but we're going to wait to set the price on this. And then the last one that we'll talk about right now is the walnut upgrade. We have some walnut in stock that our European overseas backers could add. We don't expect those sales to be that brisk because they're an more expensive premium product, and then with shipping and VAT, we didn't see super strong sales on those. So we can forecast that we have enough product to take care of that. We do not have enough product to take care of all of USA and Canada if we have similar numbers to our last campaign. That means we have to have more of the walnut manufactured for us, that we have enough aluminum and enough tables to do it, but not enough walnut. The walnut prices have over doubled. It's horrible, to be honest. It's really frustrating. These walnut toppers are gorgeous. I mean, they're off the hook, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, they're just super special. If you like that wood heirloom, feel and look, they're just beautiful. And honestly, our oak toppers, they're gorgeous too. I mean, they really are nice. It just depends on your taste and your decor and all of that kind of thing. To unlock the walnut for the US and Canada orders, we're going to have to hit a significant number on this campaign. And I'm not sure if we're going to offer it. I think we can get there, but I need some extra revenue to be able to make this happen. We're charging for it, of course, but I can't do this in small quantity, and I have to buy a bunch of it. So that's just the way walnut is right now. A couple years down the road, that might really change and things get back to normal. But right now it's expensive, but it's gorgeous, and hopefully we can hit some numbers to get there. And I think with that gives you an idea of the current stretch goals we've listed. We've got a whole bunch of other stuff. And if you have any ideas, I know people want an XL double mat bundle. Talking about that. Dice tower bundles. We're talking about that. We've got a bunch of other accessory ideas with our game topper accessory bank that's really cool. These things too, you can see those on there. These are awesome. and we've got other ideas. So stay tuned on all of that and jump in and share the excitement of all of those stretch goals.
A couple other questions here. AJS says leg kits have been shipped, ? Should we have gotten notifications for tracking info or something? So if you are one of our 3.0 backers in the US and Canada, those leg kits are shipping. So the Canadian ones already left our warehouse and are on their way to Canada, but you won't get tracking from them until the Canadian warehouse ships it to you. They'll send you a tracking email directly. I'd expect that within the next couple weeks. In the US, we are still in the process of shipping out all the leg kits. We've shipped out a decent number of them. We should have the rest of them done within the next couple days. So if you are in the US and have not received a tracking email, it's possible it's gone to your spam. If it did go out, otherwise it's possible it just hasn't quite shipped yet. If, by the end of the week or early next week, you haven't received a tracking number for your 3.0 leg kits and you're in the US, you can send us an email at support@GameToppers LLC. And I can double check that for you. But don't be worried if you haven't seen anything just yet. Successful Geek says, people need to stop gaming on topless tables. It's rude.
He's referring to our topless table caper with Watson. That was great.
Race of Robots says, I took my topper this past weekend to a small con. Everyone loved it. One of the guys talked his wife into one.
Ah, that's awesome.
Syrian says, confession, I've tried other mats from other folks. Yours are the best I've come across so far. Here's hoping you bring a Mycroft extension bundle, XL Leaf leg kit, XL leg kit, and mats for the Mycroft XL.
There you go.
Like a massive bundle.
That could happen.
Rick says, the mats are fantastic, as is everything that you guys make. The attention to quality has always been phenomenal.
Thanks so much, Rick. Yeah, we really do want guys that we're not the cheapest mat out there. But that's not what I'm going for. I'm not just going for cheap price point and whack out a whole bunch of them. I want quality gaming experiences. And that's what our topper, the whole thing is about, the thematic environment that you play on. And so that really a game topper upgrades every game that you play from here on out. I mean, that's why we use this term, the ultimate gaming accessory, because, you can buy accessories for particular games, but when you get a game topper, it upgrades every game you play from here on out. In fact, it's kind of hard to not play or it's hard to play on a regular table without a topper now, because it's so much better. And then the versatility of our system. I keep talking about the system. The system is, it's modular. You can add a rail, make 2 mini tables out of your bigger table. You can add to it to make a longer table. Now you've got leg kit options that can make it freestanding table permanent or still portable. The storage solutions, the variety of mats. I mean, you know how much it takes for us to store and purchase the quantity that we have to in all these styles, but it's just better. I mean, if I'm playing a space game, I'm playing it on the space mat. It's awesome. Foundations of Rome on this Roman mat, and we played Tribune on it. Roman themed games, there's tons of them, right? Forum Trajan, Trajan itself. It's amazing. In fact, our Rome mat, it actually, the whole center is vineyards, so you can play viticulture on it. I mean, it's gorgeous. Why wouldn't we want to do that? So that's why I do it.
Aaron asks, I'm still waiting on a dining cover set from Canada. If I back the format stretch goal, would that be able to ship together? So that's a great question. So generally, for considering now we've shipped out the leg kits to Canada, the only things we haven't shipped to Canada and the US are the dining covers. Yep. They're a large enough package that they're not really going to be combinable with other items. Right. So so in that case, you wouldn't really end up saving a lot there. So, but the time frame would be virtually the same. They'll end up shipping around the same. Yeah, like when the dining covers come in, we ship in bulk, and that's why we're able to offer Canadians such reasonable prices. I mean,
If we shipped it just straight across the border, not only would you be paying duties and your provincial taxes on top of the shipping charges, those shipping charges would be 3 times what they are right now. And the shipping charges in Canada are just slightly above what we're actually paying in the United States. So,
Brian asks, can you show the size of the accessory bank to get an idea of the size?
Yeah, this thing's honking. This thing is 14 inches around. This sits about 1.5 inches tall. It'll sit underneath the rail, which you can't see here, but it won't go above that, so it'll fit under your dining cover. But this has 2 slots for your cards that actually, behind Josiah here, there's one set up with all kinds of components. The wells are significant, and we've made all of them so that they swoop, so that you can easily pull out your components. And this is a general game bank that you can put all of your general components from most games. And then it's stout enough. We've tried it with all the Stonemaier tokens to be able to hand them around the table. In addition to it, on the next Kickstarter, we're already evaluating getting a Lazy Susan that'll actually adhese to the bottom with double-sided adhesive, and that'll turn it into a Lazy Susan, and it'll use this exact same mold. We went with heavy-duty 2mm vacuum packs, so it's not like the flimsy stuff. You know, nothing wrong with those for games, you know, that have the vacuum packed inserts, but this is a really heavy duty one. I worked with Noah Adelman from Game Trays on this. Super helpful and really helped us make this really cool.
And as an added bonus, it has a little face almost. Eyes, the mouth. Maybe you see it better on the backside. Now it's like a clown face. It's got ears even.
That's kind of creepy, actually. Anyway, they're pretty cool. Excuse me.
Well, that's us all caught up with questions.
Lucius?
He just says, my dream is a 12-inch all rail all around so we can eat on the rail while we play.
Oh, there you go. Hey, I know this has been a lot of information. I feel like I'm just talking. I got a string. There's just so much functionality with our product. And really what has been so encouraging over the last 5 years is the passion that our backers have for it. We have a Facebook group called Game Topper Nation. Feel free to join it, and you can ask questions of them. Share your pictures if you're a backer. But you can see the love that everybody has. I always tell them that this isn't a place for customer service. If you got customer service issues, you just reach out to Josiah at support@gametoppersllc.com or Burky at gametoppersllc.com. We're going to take care of all those needs. So no need to go there and do that. In fact, we prefer you not, because it's hard for us to manage customer service well there in social media posts. But it's a place that we have community, and I am so grateful, man. It fuels me beyond I don't know how to express my gratitude well enough, because without you guys, we wouldn't be here. And the fact that you actually love what we figured out, this was just a little dream 5 years ago. This was just an idea, and now we're worldwide. It's awesome. We want to continue it. We need your help. It's not something I can do without people's help. But it's something that we want to get better at. We want to offer more things. And I really believe with your guys' support, we can do that. And all I can say is just thank you so much. Feel free to continue to ask us questions during this campaign. You can always reach out to us privately, whatever's best for you. We're super happy to respond. And again, thank you for all the support, and we wish you guys all the best. Hope you're healthy and happy, and wish the best for you all. So with that, we're going to close out Game Toppers 3.5 Live this Wednesday.
See you next time.